Ging on the Dark Continent is one of the biggest and most controversial topics in all of Hunter x Hunter, but what if I told you that the man known as Ging Freecss has been to the Dark Continent and it was only one time? Now yes, Ging going to the Dark Continent is a very controversial topic simply because Ging has stated what you need to go to the Dark Continent, and Ging is the most knowledgeable person about the Dark Continent because we saw that he explained to Gon the 4 things that he needed in order to get there, but we also do know that Ging did explain the world tree. Yes, Ging did explain the world tree. In fact, he went in depth and explained that it is out of this atmosphere. So that just goes to show you that the world tree is very connected to the Dark Continent, and the fact that Ging was supposedly there when he was riding on the dragons at the beginning of the series is very, very spooky. But iconically, we do know that Ging is the one who did reveal Freecss to us, so that just goes to show you that Ging, he has some past experience with the Dark Continent, whether it was him visiting them himself or whether it was him just gathering enough research for it. But I do believe that this is all evidence leading towards Ging making a visit to the Dark Continent. And I believe that Ging's trip on the Dark Continent was very, very traumatizing because we do know that in order to get there, you need the 4 rights in order to go. So this is why I do believe that Ging's trip to the Dark Continent was an unofficial visit. Yes, we do know that you can go to the Dark Continent, but if you don't have the backings behind you, you're most likely going to die, which is why I do believe that Ging was riding on the dragons at the beginning of the series. I think that was him heading over towards the world tree, aka the beginning part of the Dark Continent. And we do know that if Ging did go to the Dark Continent, he had a worse experience than Netero. Yes, Netero, we know that he barely survived coming back from the Dark Continent, and in fact, it made him a super stronger person. So I believe that Ging himself, he went to the Dark Continent similar to Netero, but unlike Netero, he wasn't able to last there. And in fact, I do believe that he had to leave a lot earlier. So I know you guys must be thinking, okay, well, if he only went there for one time, then why would he be on the Dark Continent? Ging was on the Dark Continent when Gon was born. Yes, Ging was on the Dark Continent when Gon was born, and I believe that this is hinting at Gon's mother being from the Dark Continent because we saw that Ging, he lied to Gon at the end of Greed Island when he said that he was going to take him towards him and Killua. Once he had his friend with him, he ended up leading him towards Kite. So the fact that Ging was willing to mislead Gon into Kite goes to show you that if he was being dishonest about the Dark Continent situation, it's completely understandable because Ging wants to make sure that Gon is ready. He even told him that if you're a true hunter, you have to know all this stuff about the Dark Continent. So I do believe that Ging, his only time being to the Dark Continent was when he did have to actually raise Gon for a little bit, because we know that Gon, once he was brought back home, he wasn't like a complete baby. He was like a child. So that just goes to show you that Gon, he did most likely like grow up there, or at least spend a little bit of time there on the Dark Continent while Ging was there. And that's why I believe Ging's first and unofficial visit to the Dark Continent was when Gon was born. Comment what you guys see down below. Subscribe if you haven't. Peace out.